Certain species of plants and animals in England are protected by law. A worker is breaking the law if they do which two things to the plant or animal? Photograph it. Remove it. Destroy its habitat. Feed it. Report it.
What are the two most important reasons why waste should be segregated on site? It is generally more cost-effective to dispose of segregated waste. To make sure the labourer has enough work to do. So the wastes can be used or recycled more easily. The waste will take up less room in a skip. So the client can check what is being thrown away.
On site, waste should be collected in what? Bays and buckets. Bins and bays. Segregated skips. General skips. Why is it bad practice to store heavy materials underneath a tree? Mould could grow on the stored materials. Compaction of the soil could damage the tree roots. Materials are not protected from the tree sap. The tree branches could get damaged. What is the best way to minimize dust on site? Reducing use of the wheel wash. Covering the whole site. Dampening using fine water sprays. Using powered tools only. Which of the following would help to protect the environment? Keeping to the health and safety rules. Keeping accurate timesheets. Saving water and energy wherever possible. Arriving on time for work every day. Which two of the following are common causes of water pollution on site? Walkways freezing in winter near drainage systems. Exhaust gases from mobile plant getting into drainage systems. Rainwater washing material out of skips into surface water drains. Smoking and e-smoking near drainage systems. Fuels being stored incorrectly and too close to drains.
Following what kind of risk assessment is the best way to prevent pollution on a construction site? Maintenance. Health and safety. Environmental. Workplace.
Which of the following is an effective way to avoid causing harm to protected species? Using manually operated machinery. Avoiding breeding season. Take them to the site office. Only working at night. What type of pollution would you associate with handheld power tools? Smoke. Light. Noise. Water. You are carrying out a noisy work activity and realise that it cannot be finished within the normal working hours of your site. What is the first thing you should do? Visit the neighbours of the site to tell them what you will be doing. Carry on so that you can finish doing the job as soon as possible. Stop work and inform site management so they can look at the impact of the activity. Ensure you are wearing appropriate hearing protection before you resume work.
What is a good way of reducing energy use when running heating or cooling systems needed for site accommodation? Opening all doors and windows. Keeping windows and doors closed. Not using any heating or cooling systems. Running equipment on maximum effort.
Which items are hazardous waste and which are non-hazardous waste? Untreated timber offcuts. Oil-based paint. Broken bricks. Fluorescent light tubes.
Which two items are classed as hazardous waste? Fluorescent light tubes. Used spill kits. Untreated timber offcuts. Broken bricks. Panes of glass.
Which one of the following is true of a spill on site involving just 1 litre of oil? It will contaminate the ground. It could cause serious air pollution. The main problem is that oil is expensive. It is too small to cause a problem. This label is shown on the container of a liquid that a worker is using on site. What does it mean? It could cause a drought. It is harmful to the environment. It can be used to feed plants and fish. It will only cause death to fish.
What is the primary use for a spill kit? To clean up chemicals. For general worker safety. For first aid purposes. To demonstrate clean-up procedures.
During excavation work, some interesting old coins are found in the loosened soil. What is the most appropriate action? Stop excavating the site and contact the supervisor. Hide them. Archaeologists working on site will delay the works. Keep excavating and see how many more there are to find. Keep quiet. The person who found them should keep them.
Saving energy and water by turning off plant, equipment and taps when not in use is whose responsibility? The oldest apprentice. The environmental health provider. The site manager. Everyone on site.
Which 3 statements are reasons why saving energy is important? It helps to reduce fuel and energy bills on site. It helps to increase energy use on other sites. It helps to reduce the impact of climate change caused by burning fossil fuels. It helps to save natural resources used to generate energy. It helps energy companies to charge more for their services. Which of the following is bad practice? Storing materials safely. Refueling carefully to avoid spills. Mixing all waste in one skip. Switching off plant and equipment when it is not in use.
Which two of the following species are protected under environmental law in the UK? Badgers, ducks, bats, foxes, rats. When a historic building has been protected by law, what is it known as? Registered, trusted, heritage, listed.
Overordering materials can result in what? Danger, lower costs, accident, waste. What should be done with waste concrete and washout water? Bury it on site as it will break down over time. Place it in a lined skip for recycling. Bury it in a disposable bin liner. Pour it down a drain with plenty of water.
Waste materials should be segregated into different types. What are the two main reasons for this? To support recycling, to save money, to fill landfill, to prevent theft, to avoid pollution.
Preserving old buildings is important for contributing to an area's what? House prices, historical record, infrastructure, cost of living.
Why should construction materials be recycled? To prevent excessive hazardous waste. To save the company money. Because skips are expensive. To avoid waste going to landfill.
Do you have any responsibility for minimizing the amount of waste created? No, it is the responsibility of site management. Only if you are told to do so during your site induction. Yes, everyone on site has a responsibility to do this. Only during the site clean-up at the end of the project.
What is the correct way to clean up oil that has leaked from machinery onto the ground? Put the oily soil into a separate container for collection as hazardous waste. Mix the soil up with other soil so that the oil cannot be seen. Put the oily soil into the general waste skip. Wash the oil away with water and detergent.
When reusing leftover materials, which two of the following are true? It is a waste of resources. It conserves raw materials. It can save energy. It is inefficient. It is hazardous.
Which of the following does not cause a nuisance to neighbours of a building site? Lorries and heavy plant traffic. Noise and vibration from the work. Carefully directed site lighting. Dust and fumes from the site. What should be done if there is an oil or diesel spill on site? Stop work, contain the spill, notify the supervisor and then clean up the spill. Use a spill kit to clean it up before the end of the day. Call the Environment Agency immediately so they can arrange to have it cleaned up. Ignore it. Oil or diesel spills do not have serious long-term effects. How should hazardous waste be dealt with on site? Give 2 answers. Take it to the nearest local authority waste tip. Put it in a mixed waste skip. It can be put into any skip on site. Place it in the correctly labelled container. Segregate it from other waste. Which of the following is most likely to cause air pollution? Excessive noise, surface runoff, using diesel engines, fuel spillage.
Which 2 actions could help minimize waste? Only take what you need and return or reseal anything left over. Leave bags of cement and plaster out in the rain unprotected. Reuse offcuts, such as half bricks, rather than discarding them. Always take more than required, just in case you need it. Use new materials at the beginning of each day. What are 2 of the best ways of helping to save energy on site and reduce harmful emissions? Report any defective non-powered hand tools so that they can be repaired or replaced. Use a generator rather than mains electricity for the offices and small items of equipment. Keep windows and doors closed in offices and welfare facilities when the heating is on. Switch off plant and equipment, including generators, when they are not in use.
You are on site and need to throw away some waste liquid that has oil in it. What should you do? Pour it slowly onto the ground and let it soak away. Pour it down a drain or sink in the welfare facilities. Ask your supervisor what the disposal process is for contaminated liquid. Pour it into a sealed container and put it into a general waste skip.
What does it mean when a building has been issued with listed status? An entrance fee must be charged to visitors. The council must pay for the project. It should not be entered as it is hazardous. Permission is needed to make any changes.
Under environmental law, which of the following statements is true? Companies and employees can be prosecuted if they do not follow the law. Only directors can be prosecuted if they do not follow the law. Only companies can be prosecuted if they do not follow the law. Only employees can be prosecuted if they do not follow the law.